Hi everyone, my name is Akurede Adenike. Today's tutorial shall be the concluding part of our crisscross neckline dress with ruffle at the hem part. This dress is three parts. This is the upper part. We have the middle part, which is the skirt part, and we also have the down part, which is the ruffle part. So I'm done with the upper part in my previous two videos. I'm going to put their link in the box below for you to know how to go about it. So to know the length of the medium part, which is the skirt part, I'm going to deduct my half length, which is my shoulder to my waist, which is 17 inches from the full length of my gown. The full length of my gown is 38 inches. If I deduct 17 inches from it, the remaining one will give me 21 inches. I'm using 6 inches for the ruffle. If I deduct that 6 inches from that 21 inches, the remaining one will be 15 inches. So I have 16 inches here now. I'm using 15 inches for the middle part of my dress. So that 1 inch is for seam allowance, half here, then half here. I'm using half here to join the upper part and here to join it to the down part. So this is my half inch now. I'm making the markings on the right side of it, because if I mark on the wrong side, you won't be able to see it very well. Here is the wrong side of it, as you can see. You won't be able to see it very well, and I want you to see what I'm marking. So I have two pieces of cloth here now. This one is for the back part, folded into two, and this one is for the front part, folded into two as well, as you can see. So here is my zipper allowance here. Let me roll it out. I have 1.5 inch zipper allowance, which is here now, as you can see. So now this is my front part and this is my back part, as you can see. So this is my zipper allowance line now. So I'm going to put it on that, place it on that zipper allowance line like this. So this will be my waistline now. On my waistline, I'm going to input quarter of my waist there. My waist is 34 inches divided by 4, give me 8.5, plus 1 inch that, 9.5, and plus 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. That is 11 inches altogether, which is here now. From this waistline, I'm going to mark my hip line, which is 8 inches. It's just as if we are drafting out a skirt. So on my hip line, I'm going to input quarter of my hip. My hip is 40 inches divided by 4, give me 10 inches, plus 1.5 seam allowance, that is 11.5 inch. So what I have here on my hip line, I'll just deduct 1 inch from it. That's what I'm placing here now, which is 10.5, which is here now. So I'll easily connect the points now. And here too, I'm going to use the cuff side of my ruler to mark it out, just like this. So if I'm marking my dart now, I'll just measure from here, 3.5 inches for my dart, plus half inch seam allowance, which is here. From here, I'm measuring about 4 inches. So I'm going to repeat that 4 inches that I have here, which is here now. So this is my dart line. So what I have here on my waistline, from my center to the dart here, we determine how wide this place is going to be. What I have here now is 2.5. So I'm going to mark it here, plus half inch seam allowance. That will give me 3 inches, which is here now. I'll just connect it to this point, just like this, slantly. So after doing that, I'm going to measure from this point. I'm going to measure half inch on both sides for my dart. So this is how I'm going to fold it now. As you can see, I'll just leave it like this. When I reach there, I'm going to explain much better for you guys. So this dart now, I will let it reflect on the other part of the front and on the back too. I'll let it reflect just like this. I'll let it reflect. So this is how I'm stitching it now. I'll just bend it like that for me to get accurate measurement to meet up with the waist line here, the dart that is here. So let's continue. I'll easily cut it out now. So I'll go ahead and cut my lining off camera. I will open this back part now into two. So here is the ruffle part, which I said is 6 inches in length. As you can see, it's 6 inches in length. So I have 7 inches here now. So now I'm done cutting my lining off camera. This is my front part. So I will go ahead to my sewing machine now and place my lining on it like this. Please don't mind my lining. I don't have enough lining again. That's why I had to join it together. So I'll go ahead and stitch from here, from my waist to the down part, just like this. I'm doing the same thing on the other side like this. So I placed my lining on the right side of the fabric. So let the right side of the lining face the right side of the fabric, since I joined my lining. That is for the front. And here is the back part. I'm going to do the same thing. Place my lining on the right side of the fabric like this. Going to place it like this and stitch both sides, here and here. I'm doing the same thing on the second side of the back part. As for the ruffle pieces, you know, I said I have 4 pieces here, so I'm going to let the right side face each other like this, stitch with 1/2 inch. After joining that too, I'm going to open it up like this, join the third one till I reach the 4th one. I'm done joining my lining to the fabric, both front and back parts. Here is my front part, and these are my 2 pieces for the back. So I'll go ahead and turn to the right side. This is my front part. So this is my back part. Now I'm done turning both front and back to the right side, and I've placed them on each other for me to mark my darts like I explained. So I'll go ahead now and open it up like this, fold my dart line like this, slantly, stitch with 1/2 inch from the waistline to meet that point. I'm doing the same thing on the second part of the front, and I'm doing the same thing on both back part as well. Fold like this and stitch from the waist with 1/2 inch till I meet this point. And I'm doing the same thing on the second part of the back. Now I'm done joining these pieces to become one, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and overlock one edge, fold it once and hem. So on the second edge, I'm going to run a gather stitch for me to create my ruffle from here, from this edge to the second edge. So I'll come and show you what's next. So I'm done stitching my dart. This is my front part, as you can see, and these are my 2 pieces for the back part. And this is my upper part. I'm going to refold it for me to make a little adjustment on the side. You know, as we all know that our side is a little bit curvy, so I'm going to fold it. Let me fold it very well. Make sure you fold your own very well. I'm just trying to refold it to make it accurate. Just fold it very well and fold it again. So I'm going to measure 1 inch from the waist, 1 inch upward, for me to create a slight curve at the side part. I'll just shape it like this and cut it out. So I'm going to lose both sides a little bit for me to fix my down part in, which is the skirt part. I'm losing it a little bit. So here is it now. I'll just open it up like this for me to fix my skirt part in. This is the down part of my front part, as you can see. So I'm going to fold it, I'm going to place it on it like this. Let the right side face each other and stitch from the side, from the first side to the second side, just like this, with 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do the same thing on the back part. Make sure you notice where the zipper allowance is before you place it on the back part. So this is the down part of the back part, one of it. I'll just place it on it like this. I'm trying to trim out the excess fabric. Make sure you do your own like that too to make your job neat. I'll just place it on each other like this. Let the right side face each other and stitch with 1/2 inch. I'm doing the same thing on the second part of the back. I'm done stitching my skirt part to the upper part, as you can see, both front and back. What I'll just do now is to place the back on the front like this and stitch from the waist till the down part of it with 1 inch. You know, I added 1.5 for my seam allowance, so I've used 1/2 for the lining, so the remaining 1 inch I'm going to stitch it from the waistline till the down part. As you can see, this is my zipper allowance now, so I'm doing the same thing on the second side of it. Stitch with 1 inch till I reach the down part of it. And here too. So I'm done stitching my skirt part to my upper part. As you can see, this is the back part of it. Look how neat and beautiful it is. Now I'm done running a gather stitch on this piece to form my ruffles, as you can see. So I'm just trying to trim the excess fabric and thread to make it neat. I'll move ahead to the edge and pick one out of the 2 threads that is there for me to form my ruffles. Then I'm picking one out of the 2 threads, continue pulling till I get the amount of inches I want for my ruffle. So I'm going to do that off camera and show you what's next. So I'm done doing that. I'm done creating my ruffle. As you can see, it's very neat and beautiful. And I'll make sure I measure what I have here. If it is tally, I'm good to go. Measure what you have on the down part of the dress before you place your ruffle on it and stitch. Just to make sure the inches that is on the ruffle and on the down part of the dress is tally with each other before you stitch. So I'll go ahead now and place it on each other like this. Let the right side face each other and stitch with 1/2 inch from this edge to the second edge. So I'm done fixing my ruffle. As you can see, it's very neat and beautiful. This is the front part of it. So I'll go ahead now and fix my zipper at the back part of it. This is the back part. I'll go ahead and turn my dress to the wrong side for me to stitch my zipper allowance. And before stitching it, I'm going to place my zipper on it for me to know where I'm going to start my stitching, just like this. And I'm measuring 1 inch and roll it from the upper part to the down part. So this is where I'm going to start my stitching now. This is where my zipper is going to be. So I'm going to stitch from here now till the down part of it. And I'm stitching with 1 inch for my zipper. You know, I've used 1/2 inch for the lining, so the remaining 1 inch I'm going to stitch it. So if you are a beginner, make sure you measure your 1 inch before you roll it out, please. I'm just marking on that 1 inch till I reach the down part of it. So I'm starting my stitching from here to the down part. And then I'm going to fix my zipper to it. Now I'm done fixing my zipper. As you can see, this is the back part of it and this is the bottom part of it. I'll go ahead and overlock it round and hem with 1/2 inch because I don't have enough fabric for that. So look how neat and beautiful it is. And this is the front part of it. Look how neat and beautiful it is. I'm going to give it a good press, put it on the mannequin for you guys to see the finishing look of it. This is the finishing look of it, guys. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to support my channel. If you have any question pertaining to cutting and sewing, you can join me on my Facebook group, Details to Sewing, created by Akorede Adenike. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Akorede Adenike. Please show some love by liking and following my page on Facebook at Akorede Adenike Sewing Tutorial. Till I see you in my next video, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye bye.